Good morning to all students of MSc second year, Fluid Dynamics semester third. Today we'll start the new article, that is some special forms of the stream function for axisymmetric irrotational motion. The superposing value of the function psi depends on the fact that this psi satisfies the linear second order partial differential equation. That equation is dou 2 psi by dou r square minus 1 upon r dou psi by dou r plus dou 2 psi by dou z square is equal to 0. Suppose this is equation first, and this equation first, this linear second order partial differential equation first is in a cylindrical polar coordinates r theta z when the flow is irrotational. We have qr is equal to minus dou psi by dou r, qz is equal to minus dou psi by dou z, qz means dou q by dou z, qr means dou q by dou r. So we know this. Now dou qr by dou z. What is the dou qr by dou z? Dou by dou z of qr, and that qr is minus dou psi by dou r. So dou by dou z of minus dou psi by dou r is equal to minus dou 2 psi by dou z dou r. Similarly, dou by dou z of qz. So we have qz is minus dou psi by dou z. So dou by dou r of minus dou psi by dou z is equal to minus dou 2 psi by dou r dou z. So this can be written as minus dou 2 psi by dou z dou r, and also dou qz by dou r is minus dou 2 psi by dou z dou r. This can be written in this way. So from these relations, these two are same. So we have dou qr by dou z is equal to dou qz by dou r. Suppose this is equation second. The velocity potential phi satisfies the Laplace equation in this coordinate system in the form dou 2 psi by dou r square plus 1 upon r dou psi by dou r plus dou 2 psi by dou z square is equal to 0. And this equation first and second. First equation is dou 2 psi by dou r square minus 1 upon r dou psi by dou r plus dou 2 psi by dou z square is equal to 0. Suppose this is first equation, and this third equation. This first and third equation shows that psi is not a harmonic function. Psi is not harmonic function. Psi is not harmonic function. So now we take the case first, that is the uniform stream. That is the case first is uniform stream. Uniform stream. Suppose we have a flow whose velocity is minus uk. Here u is constant. Let p be the point in the stream having cylindrical polar coordinates r theta z. Let point p0 be its projection on the z axis. So taking psi to be the stream function associated with point P and 0 for P0, since the volume flowing from right to left through the circular disk obtained by revolving PP0 about z axis is pi r square u. Then by continuity we have 2 pi psi is equal to pi r square u, and therefore psi is equal to this pi will be cancelled, and therefore this psi is equal to r square u divided by 2. So this is immediately expressible in the spherical polar coordinates. Now by taking this r is equal to r sin POZ. That means this is equal to r sin POZ is a theta, r sin theta. So r is equal to r sin theta. So r square is r square sin square theta. So in place of this r square, we get r square sin square theta into u. We get psi is equal to r square sin square theta into u divided by 2. This is for case first. We use this relation after some time. Now we have if we have case second, that case second is simple source. Case second is simple source. So simple source that is in this simple source to explain Stokes stream function for uniform stream and psi for simple source. We want to explain Stokes stream function for uniform stream and psi for simple source. Now consider simple source of strength M at the origin, and we know that q theta is equal to 1 upon r sin theta into dou psi by dou r, and qr is equal to minus 1 upon r square sin theta dou psi by dou theta. Suppose this is number 1, and psi at point P satisfies this equation first. Now in spherical polar coordinate, for spherical polar coordinate, we have QR is equal to m upon r square, and q theta is 0. Suppose this is secant. Q theta is 0 and QR is m upon r square. Now from first and second, first is q theta is 1 upon r. In the equation first, q theta is 1 upon r sin theta into dou psi by dou r, and QR is minus 1 upon r square sin theta dou psi by dou theta. So what we get? We get this m upon r square is QR, and we know QR is also minus 1 upon r square sin theta dou psi by dou theta. So this m upon r square is equal to minus 1 upon r square sin theta dou psi by dou theta, and here q theta is 0, and also we know that q theta is 1 upon r sin theta dou psi by dou r. So this is equal to 0. 0 is equal to 1 upon r sin theta dou psi by dou r. So what we get? So we get this dou psi by dou theta is equal to dou psi by dou theta is equal to dou psi by dou theta is equal to minus m sin theta, and dou psi by dou r is equal to 0, and therefore we have d psi of r theta is equal to dou psi by dou r into dr plus dou psi by dou theta into d theta. So what we get? We get this is equal to, we have dou psi by dou r is 0. This is 0. So 0 into dr is 0 plus, we know dou psi by dou theta, dou psi by dou theta is minus m sin theta. So we can write here minus m sin theta into d theta. And therefore what we get? We get d psi of r theta is equal to minus m sin theta d theta. D psi of r theta is equal to minus m sin theta d theta. Integrate this, what we get? Integrate this with respect to theta. So we get this is equal to psi of r theta is equal to minus m minus cos theta, and this can be written as m cos theta, m cos theta. And therefore this psi of r theta is m cos theta in a simple form. This is in a simple form. Now case third is a doublet at O, doublet at O, axis along OZ, doublet at O, axis along OZ bar. So consider a doublet at point O, consider a doublet at point O. The strength m, then in spherical polar coordinates, the velocity potential at P is phi of r theta is equal to m cos theta divided by r square, and we know that qr is equal to minus dou phi by dou r. So what we get? We get this is equal to dou by dou r of phi is m cos theta upon r square. So phi is m cos theta upon r square. So we want to find the differentiation of this with respect to r. If we differentiate this with respect to r, then what we get? We get this is equal to, minus sign as it is, derivative of m cos theta upon r square is minus 2m cos theta divided by r cube. and again this is equal to, this can be written as 2m cos theta divided by r cube. What is this? This is a QR. We get QR is equal to 2m cos theta upon r cube. Similarly, we want to find out q theta. We know q theta is minus 1 upon r dou phi by dou theta. So again we have this q theta is equal to minus 1 upon r dou phi by dou theta, which is equal to minus 1 upon r as it is, and this dou pi dou theta as it is, and we know phi is m cos theta upon r square. So we write here m cos theta upon r square. So differentiate this with respect to theta, then we get this is equal to minus 1 upon r cube minus m sin theta, and this is equal to m sin theta upon r cube. This is a q theta. This is q theta. Now comparing this equation with qr is equal to minus 1 upon r square sin theta dou psi by dou theta, and what we get comparing these two equations with this, then we know qr is 2m cos theta upon r cube, and also qr is equal to minus 1 upon r square sin theta dou psi by dou theta. So this is equal to this. So we have minus 2m cos theta upon r cube is equal to minus 1 upon r square sin theta dou psi by dou theta. We know that q theta is m sin theta upon r cube, and also we have q theta is 1 upon r sin theta dou psi by dou theta. So again this is equal to this. So we have m sin theta upon r cube is equal to 1 upon r sin theta dou psi by dou r. So what we get? We get this dou psi by dou theta is equal to, we take minus sign here, so minus 2m sin theta cos theta upon r, and this dou psi by dou r is equal to m sin square theta upon r square, and therefore what we get? We get dou psi by dou r, dou psi d psi of r theta is equal to dou psi by dou r into dr plus dou psi by dou theta into d theta. So in place of dou psi by dou r, we have m sin square theta upon r square dr as it is, plus in place of dou psi by dou theta minus 2m sin theta cos theta upon r d theta as it is. Then what we get? Therefore, this can be written as d psi of r theta is equal to m into derivative of this minus sine square theta upon r. This can be written in this form. If we integrate this, then what we get? We get psi of r theta is equal to minus m sine square theta upon r. We get this result. Now we start the case 4. That case 4 is uniform line source along OZ bar. Uniform line source along OZ bar. So consider uniform line source of a fluid extending along OZ, this OZ axis from this O to A, from this O to A. Let Q and Q dash, this Q and this Q dash, so here is a Q and here is a Q dash, be neighboring points on this OA, where OQ, here this OQ distance is Z, and OQ dash, what we, QQ dash is delta Z, QQ dash, this distance is delta Z. So OQ dash will be Z plus delta Z. Also suppose QP is R, this distance Q to P is this R, and angle PQA, PQ and this A, this angle will be theta. If M denotes the strength, per unit length of the line source, then QQ dash, this QQ dash is effectively a simple source at Q, of strength M delta Z, Hence, the contribution to psi at point P from this source is delta psi, and where this delta psi is M, delta psi can be written as M delta Z cos theta. Now denoting this OA, is L, and this AM is B, and PM, this distance PM is R. all of which are constant elements in the following integration procedure. We have we have we have we have delta psi is equal to m delta z l plus b minus z in bracket l plus b minus z square plus r square to the power minus 1 by 2. This r square is equal to qm square plus pm square. So what is qm? What is qm? This qm is this qm is qm is this OA is L. So total distance of this OA is L, AM is B, and this PM is R. This PM is R. And this OQ is Z. OQ is Z. We want to find this QM distance. What will be the QM distance? QL distance is QA plus AM. So this is L plus B. But L distance is from O to M. So we take totally QM, OM is L plus B, and subtract distance Z, which is from O to Q. Then what we get? Then we get this distance QM. So QM is L plus B minus Z. So we write here QM is L plus B minus Z whole square plus PM. We know PM is R, so PM square is R square. We know del psi is M delta Z in bracket L plus B minus Z divided by L plus B minus Z square plus R square to the power half. So integrate this. After integrating this, we get M integration over 0 to L plus B minus Z upon L plus B minus Z whole square plus R square to the power half into dz. This can be written as 1 by 2 M root L plus B minus Z plus R square by 1 by 2 from 0 to L, and therefore we get this is equal to minus M in bracket root B square plus R square minus root L plus B bracket close square plus R square, and that is equal to this is equal to M in bracket root L plus B whole square plus R square minus root B square plus R square. And what do you get? We get this is equal to M as it is in bracket L plus B square plus R square is OP and root B square plus R square is AP. So OP square minus AP square, take outside the root, then what we get? We get OP minus AP. And therefore this result shows that the stream surfaces where psi is constant, where psi is equal to constant, are given by OP minus AP is constant, OP minus EP is constant. And these are the confocal hyperboloids of revolution about OZ having O and A as a foci. Now we see the case fifth. Case fifth is a doublet in uniform stream. Suppose the doublet specified in a doublet at this point O, axis along this OZ, is in uniform stream whose undisturbed velocity is minus UK Then we combine case first and case third. The stream function at P in a spherical polars is, so what is case first and case third? We have case first is psi is equal to R square sin square theta into U upon 2 is the case first. And case second is psi is equal to psi of r theta is equal to, or psi is equal to m cos theta. So comparing these two equations, combining these two cases, the stream function at point P in a spherical polar coordinate is psi of r theta is equal to 1/2 u r square sin square theta minus m upon r into sin square theta we get this psi of r theta is equal to 1 by 2 u r square sin square theta minus m upon r sin square theta. So this sin square theta is common here, so we take this common and we get psi of r theta is equal to 1 by 2 u r square minus m upon r sin square theta. Thus the stream surfaces are psi is equal to constant, that gives this 1 by 2 u r square minus m upon r sin square theta will be constant, that will be 0. And in particular, the surfaces for which psi is equal to 0 are given by sin theta is 0 and r in bracket 2m upon u to the power 1 by 3, and the former is z axis, here theta is 0 to pi, and the later the sphere with center O and radius 2m upon u to the power 1 by 3 and center at origin. Hence this fifth case is finished. Now we'll see the next article, some two-dimensional flows. Suppose a fluid moves in such way that at any given instant the flow pattern in a certain plane is the same as that in all other parallel planes within the fluid, then the flow is said to be two-dimensional. If we take any one of the parallel planes to be the plane z is equal to 0, then at any point in the fluid having Cartesian coordinates xyz, all physical quantities, that physical quantities will be velocity, pressure, density associated with the fluid, are independent of z. Now we will see the use of cylindrical polar coordinates. So it follows that if the flow is irrotational, then the equation satisfied by the velocity potential phi at any point having the cylindrical polar coordinates r theta z is 1 upon r dou by dou r of r into dou phi by dou r plus 1 upon r square dou 2 phi by dou theta square plus dou 2 phi by dou z square is equal to 0, which is a Laplace equation delta square phi is equal to 0. Del square phi is equal to 0, and this can be written in this form: dou 2 phi by dou x square plus dou 2 phi by dou y square plus dou 2 phi by dou z square is equal to 0. So if the motion is two-dimensional, and then the coordinate axis so chosen that all physical quantities associated with the flow are independent of z, and therefore what we get? We get this dou 2 phi by dou z square is equal to 0. If dou 2 phi by dou z square is equal to 0, if this 0, then what we get? We get 1 upon r dou by dou r into r dou phi by dou r plus 1 upon r dou 2 phi by dou theta square is equal to 0. So what we get? We get 1 upon r dou by dou r into r dou phi by dou r plus 1 upon r dou 2 phi by dou r square is 0. We have seen this. Now multiply both the sides by r. So what we get? We get this r is taken here r, this 1 by r as it is, plus 1 by r square dou 2 phi by dou theta square is equal to 0. So here is one term. That term is one upon r into r dou 2 phi by dou r square. So we take this r to here. So we get this. This is not here, this term. Sorry. We have 1 upon r here, and we want to differentiate this term with respect to r. So what we get? 1 upon r as it is here. So this is first function, this is second function. First function as it is, derivative of second, that is dou 2 phi by dou r square, plus second function as it is, dou phi by dou r as it is, derivative of this r is 1. 1 into 1 by r is 1 by r. 1 upon r square as it is, dou 2 phi dou theta square as it is. So what we get? If we multiply both these sides, we get r square dou 2 phi by dou r square, r into dou phi by dou r, dou 2 phi by dou theta square is equal to 0. If we multiply both the sides by r, then we get this. So in order to obtain the solution of this equation second, we use method of separation of variable. Let phi is equal to, let phi of r theta is equal to f of r j of theta. Suppose this is third, and differentiate this phi with respect to r. Then what we get? Then we get dou phi by dou r f dash r g theta. Again differentiate this with respect to r. So dou 2 phi by dou r square f double dash r g theta. We differentiate this phi with respect to theta, so dou phi by dou theta is f of r g dash of theta, and dou 2 phi by dou theta square is f of r g double dash of theta. Now substituting these values in equation second, that values are dou 2 phi by dou theta square and dou 2 phi by dou r square. Put these values. Value of dou 2 phi by dou r square is f double dash r g theta, r square as it is, f double dash of r g theta, plus this r as it is. Value of dou 2 phi by dou theta square is f of r g double dash of theta, and this dou 2 phi by dou theta is f of r g double dash of theta. So what do we get? We put these values of this dou phi by dou r, dou 2 phi by dou r square and dou 2 phi by dou theta square in equation second. Then we get this. So from these two, g of theta is common or g is common. So what we get? We get r square f double dash plus r f dash, and this is equal to, if it will be go to right side, that will be minus f g double dash, and therefore what we get? We get r square f double dash plus r f dash upon f, this minus as it is, g double dash, left side of g is go to the right hand side, then this will be in the division. So what we get? We get minus g double dash upon g, which is equal to n square. Say this, where n is a constant. Now what we have from this? From this, r square f double dash plus r f dash is equal to fn square. If f is go to the right side, that will be fn square, or then we get from above, we get r square f double dash plus r f dash minus n square f is equal to 0, and g double dash plus ng square is equal to 0 from the above results. The equation 4 is homogeneous. This equation is homogeneous equation, homogeneous linear differential equation. So equation 4, we can put z is equal to log of r, z is equal to log of r. So z is equal to log r, or this r is equal to e to the power z. So what we get? Differentiate this r. Differentiate this z with respect to r. So what we get? We get dz by dr is equal to d by dr of this log r. And so that will be 1 upon r. So dz by dr is equal to 1 upon r. This is 1 upon r. So f dash is df by dr is equal to, this can be written as in this way, f dash is df by dr is equal to df by dz into dz by dr. So we know dz by dr is here 1 upon r. So df by dz into 1 upon r is df by dr. So what we get? This r into this f dash. So r into f dash is equal to df by dz is equal to df by dz. Again differentiate this with respect to r. So what we get? d by dr of rf dash is equal to d by dr of df by dz. This. And therefore what we get? We get r is the first function and f dash is the second function. By using the chain rule, we get r f double dash plus f dash is equal to d by dz of df by dz into dz by dr. So this is equal to d2f by dz square, and dz by dr is 1 upon r. So d2f by dz square into 1 upon r. Again what we get? Again this r into this r is r square f double dash as it is into r f dash is equal to d2f by dz square. d2f by dz square. So put these values in equation 4. Put this value in equation 4. So from equation 4, what we get? We get d2f by dz square minus n square f is equal to 0, which is a second order differential equation with a constant coefficient. So auxiliary equation of this d2f by dz square minus n square f is equal to 0. Auxiliary equation of this equation is m square minus n square is equal to 0. So m square minus n square is equal to 0. Therefore what we get? We get m is equal to plus or minus n, and this implies that f is equal to plus or minus e to the power plus or minus nz, and therefore solution is f is equal to a e to the power nz plus b e to the power minus nz, and this can be written as a e to the power nz is r to the power n plus b r to the power minus nz is r to the power minus n. Suppose this is number 6. So similarly for equation 5th, that equation 5th is g double dash plus n square g is equal to 0. Equation 5th is g double dash plus n square g is equal to 0. So what is the auxiliary equation of equation fifth. Auxiliary equation of equation fifth is, this equation fifth is g double dash plus n square g is equal to 0, and auxiliary equation of this equation is m square plus n square is equal to 0, and therefore m is equal to plus or minus in, and therefore this g is equal to e to the power inz, and therefore this implies that this g is equal to c1 cos n theta. This can be written as c1 cos n theta plus c2 sin n theta, and therefore solution of equation second is f plus g, f into g. So what do we get? Therefore we get phi of r theta is equal to a r to the power n plus b r to the power minus n into c1 cos n theta plus c2 sin n theta, and therefore more general solution is phi of r theta is equal to summation over n into a of r to the power n theta plus b r to the power minus n into c1 cos n theta plus c2 sin n theta. Suppose this is equation 7. This summation which is taken here, summation over n, may be finite or infinite and need not to be restricted to integral values of n. In special case, for n is equal to 0, we write from equation 4 and 5 this d2f by dz square is equal to 0, and g double dash is equal to 0, and d2g by d theta square is equal to 0. So integrating these three, d2f by dz square is equal to 0, g double dash is equal to 0, and d2g by d theta square is equal to 0. If we integrate, what do we get? We get df by dz is equal to integration constant k2, and dg by d theta is equal to integration constant k4. Again integrate this, then we get f is equal to k2z plus integration constant k1, and again integrate this dg by d theta, we get g is equal to k4 theta into integration constant k3, or this can be written as f is equal to k1 plus k2. We know that z is equal to log r. we know that Z is equal to log R. So this can be written as F is equal to K1 plus K2 log R. K1 plus K2 log R. And this G is equal to K3 plus K4 theta. And in this case, velocity potential is phi is equal to K1 plus K2 log R into K3 plus K4 theta. And similarly for n is equal to 1, we have from equation 7, if we put k is equal to 1, then we get phi of r theta is equal to ar plus br to the power minus 1 into c1 cos theta plus c2 sin theta. If we put n is equal to 1 in this equation 7. Which is the equation 7? Equation 7 is here. Equation 7 is here. If we put n is equal to 1 in this equation, so what we get? We get phi of r theta is equal to ar to the power n is 1, so ar plus b r to the power minus 1, so r to the power minus 1 here, into c1 cos theta plus c2 sin theta, n is 1 here, plus c2 sin theta. We get this. So we get this c1 ar plus br to the power minus 1 c1 cos theta plus c2 sin theta. And therefore this can be written as phi of r theta is equal to ar plus one upon r b into c1 cos theta plus c2 cos theta. So what we get? We get the particular solutions is phi is equal to r cos theta, phi is equal to r sin theta, and phi is equal to cos theta upon r, and phi is equal to sin theta upon r. So now we start the next article. Uniform flow past a fixed infinite circular cylinder. Or find the velocity potential and velocity components of uniform flow past a fixed infinite circular cylinder. In this figure, uniform stream of undisturbed velocity minus ui flowing past the fixed cylinder r is equal to a. Let P be the point. Suppose this is a point P in the fluid having cylindrical coordinates r theta z and Cartesian coordinates x y z. The common coordinate z be neglected as the flow in two-dimensional. The velocity potential due to uniform stream is phi is equal to ux, and we know that x is r cos theta, so this phi is equal to u r cos theta. Now suppose the flow is extended up to infinity. The flow is irrotational, steady and two-dimensional. It satisfies the Laplace equation, and that Laplace equation is del square phi is equal to 0. And such flow is given by phi is equal to ux. And therefore, the new velocity potential phi given by the most general equation, and that most general equation is phi of r theta is equal to an r to the power n plus bn upon r to the power n into cn cos n theta plus dn sin n theta. Here this r theta be a polar coordinate in xy plane. Hence the undisturbed velocity potential is given by ux is equal to ur cos theta. That is the velocity potential due to uniform stream and large value of r. The new velocity potential must be same as old one, and therefore we can take a new phi velocity potential, and that phi of r theta is equal to u r cos theta plus a upon r cos theta. Suppose this is number 1, and the velocity is given by q is equal to minus del phi, and therefore dou phi by dou r is equal to minus u cos theta plus a upon r square cos theta. Suppose this is second. Or introducing the infinite circular cylinder, we find dou phi by dou r is 0 at r is equal to a, and therefore this dou phi by dou r is equal to minus u cos theta plus a upon, in this r, in place of this r we write a, so r square is a square cos theta as it is, which is equal to 0. Again this can be written as this minus u cos theta is equal to minus a upon a square cos theta. So this, and therefore what we get? We get u is equal to cos theta will be cancelled, u is equal to a upon a square, and this capital A square is equal to ua square. So phi of r theta is equal to, we put the value of this ua square in equation first. So ur cos theta plus ua square upon r into cos theta, and therefore phi of r theta is equal to, cos theta is common here, so u in bracket r plus a square by r. So the velocity components are given by qr, q theta, qz. So we have qr is equal to minus dou phi by dou r, q theta is minus 1 upon r dou phi by dou theta. We have minus dou phi by dou r is equal to minus u cos theta 1 minus a upon r whole square, and q theta is equal to u sin theta 1 plus a upon r whole square, and qz is minus dou phi by dou z, that is also is equal to 0, and therefore as r tends to infinity, qr tends to minus u cos theta and q theta tends to u sin theta appropriately. Hence we find the velocity potential and velocity components of uniform flow past a fixed infinite circular cylinder. Now we will see the next article, that is a stream function or current function. Stream function or current function, or show that the stream function is constant along streamline, or show that the stream function is constant along streamline. Now we'll see the solution. Suppose the motion is two-dimensional. Suppose the motion is two-dimensional. So W is equal to 0, and the differential equations of the streamlines are, we know differential equations of the streamlines are dx upon x, dx upon u is equal to dy upon v. So what we get? We get u dx minus u dy is equal to 0. U dx minus, that is v dx minus u dy is equal to 0. Suppose this is number 1. This equation first is of the type of mdx plus ndy is equal to 0. Where this m is phi and n is u. N is minus u. So the equation of continuity for incompressible fluid in two dimension is dou u by dou x plus dou v by dou y is 0, and this implies that dou by dou x of minus u is equal to dou by dou y of v, and therefore dou n by dou x is equal to dou m by dou y. And this clears that equation first is an exact differential. Say d psi. Say d psi. So exact differential equation is v dx minus u dy is equal to d psi, and this can be written as, this d psi can be written as, this d psi can be written as d psi can be written as dou psi by dou x into dx plus dou psi by dou I into dy, and therefore v dx minus this d psi is v dx minus u dy, v dx minus u dy, this is equal to, this implies that v is equal to dou psi by dou x and minus u is equal to dou psi by dou I. So this implies that v is equal to dou psi by dou x and minus u is equal to dou psi by dou I. Now equation first is represented as t psi is equal to 0. Integrate this, we get psi is equal to constant, and this function psi is called stream function. This function psi is called stream function or current function, and the streamlines given by this equation first, that is psi is equal to constant. It follows that stream function is a constant along a streamline. It follows that stream function is constant along a streamline. Now sir, some important remarks. It is clear that the existence of stream function is a consequence of streamlines and equation of continuity for an incompressible fluid. Stream function exists for all types of two-dimensional motion, rotational or irrotational. The necessary conditions for the existence of psi are: first condition, flow must be continuous and must be incompressible. Okay friends, today we'll stop here. Tomorrow we'll take the next article. Okay, thank you.